Hello, my name is Jason Melinek, author of Etsy-preneurship. Today we're going to look at the question, do I need to file taxes if I sell on Etsy? This is probably the question that I get asked the most, and I'm going to walk you through the answers. So the first thing from your question, I want to ask you a few questions. Do you want to or hope to take a sweet vacation or buy a gift for yourself as a result of your activities on Etsy? Do you want to pay off some debt with the money you make from selling on Etsy? Do you have the intent or hope to make a profit selling on Etsy? So answer those questions. Do you want to take a vacation with the money you make? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you have some goal for the profits you're going to use? Do you hope to make profit by selling on Etsy? So, do I need to file taxes if I sell on Etsy? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to file taxes with the IRS. This is U.S. tax law here. And 99.9% of Etsy sellers will need to file taxes on their activities on Etsy. And those that don't are really breaking the law and are ripe for an audit. And I can already hear many of you saying, but I'm not a business. Etsy is just my hobby. So let me address that. Hobbies. So hobbies have to report all their revenue and not deduct any expenses in full. So what this really does is increase your taxable income and the amount you have to pay on taxes. So it is actually more favorable for you to treat your Etsy shop as a business than it would necessarily be as a hobby. So let me also cover some bad tax advice I often hear the Etsy community sharing. One is someone says, if I make under blank dollars, I don't have to file. Well, there is a rule relating to self-employment tax that has a dollar threshold, but this is not what you should be This is not how you should be answering the question determining if you need to file taxes or not. More bad advice. I'm a hobby, not a business. I don't have to file. That just makes no sense. Next, I'm too small. I don't have to file. Again, your size does not matter. Next, my husband, my uncle, my brother, my friend told me I don't have to file. Don't trust what the other person says. Go to the IRS code, go to the truth and find out if you really have to file or not. I'm a CPA. I know the tax law, and Etsy sellers really do have a taxable obligation. So what are the common tax forms that US-based Etsy sellers do have to file? Obviously 1040, Form 1040, Schedule C, which is for sole proprietor, sales tax, which is relating to individual states and local government authorities. You have self-employment tax. You also might have a home office deduction that you can take advantage of, as well as quarterly tax payments. This is a download for the tax chapter of Etsy-preneurship, and in it, it's a tax calculator for Schedule C, where you can really drop in some numbers and you can see what type of questions Schedule C is asking for, so when it comes time to file your taxes, you're not surprised. And it's also a good way where you can drop in your numbers and maybe see what your taxable obligations will be at the end of the year. It's good to be prepared, and it's also a good way to just to check up on your taxes maybe mid-year. So in Chapter 4 of Etsy-preneurship, I cover everything you pretty much need to know for US-based taxes for Etsy sellers. I put it in simple language. I've written tax guides before. I've helped many Etsy sellers file their taxes. I know the needs, the demands, and the unique things and challenges that face Etsy sellers. And really, the number one way to file taxes is just with a little bit of knowledge, you'll have the power to not be afraid of this or be uncertain if you're doing things legal. Etsy-preneurship has 13 chapters that help you build a strong business foundation, and 17 great downloadable tools, spreadsheets, forms, ebooks, things that will really practically help your Etsy business grow.